Spotify Wrapped 2025 has just dropped. Is Spotify Wrapped still cool? Is that still a thing? And the Spotify algorithm has decoded and judged my 2025 listening habits, and now I pass that judgment on to you. This is my 2025 Spotify Wrapped. Hey everybody, it's Nick here with you. Welcome back to the channel. So it's finally here, the 2025 edition of Spotify Wrapped, where it breaks down all the music that we've been listening to over the last year. Although I feel like Spotify Wrapped doesn't really scratch the surface of my music listening habits over the last year. Like, I feel like it's a good snapshot of stuff that I've been listening to, but I think most of us would say that Spotify Wrapped doesn't completely represent all the music that we listen to. Although I should also say that I mostly use Spotify as a way to discover new music. And if I really like a band or I really like an album, I go onto iTunes, which sounds really old school in 2025. I go onto iTunes, I buy the song or the album, and then I load it onto this baby, my 80 gigabyte iPod that I've had for almost 20 years. It's got my entire music collection on it. I want to say like maybe 10,000 or 12,000 songs. You know, my Oasis collection, my Beatles collection, everything is on my iPod, and I listen to it a lot in the car because it works great. It still works after all these years. I can plug it in my Apple CarPlay in my car and listen to it all the time. So when I think about listening to music, it's usually on this guy, and then I use Spotify as a new music discovery tool. Wait, did this Spotify Wrapped video suddenly become an Apple iPod commercial? I think so.
Screw streaming, go iPod.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. Anyway, here's my 2025 Spotify Wrapped. So the top artist of my 2025 Spotify Wrapped was one of my favorite bands out of New Zealand called Yumi Zuma. I really love this band. They're kind of like a chill dream pop kind of band. I love their music. I've evidently listened to a lot of them in 2025, in addition to other years. So like 1,244 minutes listened. I was part of the top global fans, the 0.1%. So that's pretty cool. So my top artist of the year was Yumi Zuma. And there's actually a really cool connection between Yumi Zuma and my favorite band of all time, Oasis, because back, I think 2017 or 2018, Yumi Zuma covered the Oasis album What's the Story Morning Glory in its entirety. They did it in their own style. They gave it their own spin, and it's actually very, very cool. So you should check that out if you're on the internets. But taking a look at my top artists for 2025, Yumi Zuma in at number one. I listen to a lot of their stuff. You know, it's just calming, chill music. It makes me feel good when I listen to their stuff. And at number two, we have Bill Murray, aka Johnny Frank. Bill Murray is one of the bands that I discovered in 2025, even though he's been making music for a very, very long time with Attack and now with Bill Murray. But I just discovered it this year. It was recommended to me on Spotify, and I totally got into Bill Murray this year and his latest album, American Motorsports. And number three, of course, Liam and Noel Gallagher and Oasis. I listen to a lot of Oasis on my iPod when I'm in the car, but I do stream them on Spotify quite a bit as well. Number four, Daywave, another chill dream pop kind of band that I really, really love. Listened to a lot of Daywave over the last few years, so no surprise there. He's coming in at number four. And then number five, The Story So Far, which is one of my favorite pop punk bands. Their album I Want to Disappear was my number one album on my best of 2024 last year. I think it was number one. Anyways, so coming in number five, we have The Story So Far. My top album for 2025 is actually an album that came out in 2024, and that is Bill Murray's American Motorsports. I listened to this album a lot in 2025, and I think it might make my best of 2025 list, even though it came out in 2024, but I absolutely love this album. It's the perfect mix of metal and country, if that's something that you want to listen to. But I really loved it. It's got some really crushing riffs, some really great songs like Empty Handed and Bout to Cash You, Better Hell. So many great songs on this record. So if you like a mix of metal and country in the best way possible, you should definitely check out my favorite album of the year, and that is American Motorsports by Bill Murray. So taking a look at my top albums for 2025, number one, American Motorsports by Bill Murray, the 420cc edition, which features a bunch of bonus tracks on that edition. So that's my number one album. I listened to it a lot this year, still listening to it a lot. Number two, it's kind of funny. I Want to Disappear by The Story So Far, which, like I said, was my number one album for 2024. And I did listen to the album a lot this year, but maybe more than I thought because it's coming in at number 2, so that makes sense. Never Enough by Turnstile coming in at number 3. That's definitely going to make my favorite albums of 2025 list. Love that record. Number 4, Private Music, Deftones, one of their best records in a very, very long time. Really love that album. Deftones are still sounding amazing in 2025. And the number 5, Present Tense by Yumi Zuma, which is their most recent studio album that came out in 2022, I believe. And their new album, No Love Lost to Kindness, is coming out in January of 2026. So very much looking forward to the new record from Yumi Zuma. Taking a look at my top songs of 2025, a lot of Bill Murray on here. Jump the Gun by The Story So Far coming in at number 1. Again, that was one of my favorite songs and albums of 2024, but I think I was listening to it a lot at the beginning of 2025, which might explain why it's in there at number 1. And then number 2, 3, and 4, all courtesy of Bill Murray. Better Hell at number 2, Empty Handed at number 3, About a Cashew at number 4, and then Turnstile, Never Enough, coming in at number 5. But, like I was saying, Spotify Wrapped is not really a full representation of the music that we listen to, because obviously I listen to a lot more than these guys, but obviously these guys won out with the most spins in 2025. My top genre is number 1, indie rock, number 2, dream pop, number 3, pop punk, number 4, alternative country, and number 5, Brit pop. This totally makes sense with my music taste. Like, I feel like those are my favorite genres. It expands a little bit more than that, but yeah, I feel like those are my favorite genres of music, especially now that I'm a little bit older. These kinds of things change as we grow up and as we get older. So this is kind of where I'm at in 2025. So those are my top genres. This one is kind of weird, and I saw some other people talking about this online and having some weird results, and that is my listening age. So I guess this is Spotify judging us based on how old we are in terms of the music that we listen to, and it's saying that my listening age is 71. It says, since I was into music from the early 70s. Now, I do listen to a lot of Beatles on Spotify, but they're mostly from the 60s. Listen to some Steely Dan and some other stuff, but mostly I listen to a lot of 90s rock, stuff like Oasis, and a lot of modern music as well. So I'm not really understanding where it's getting this listening age from, saying my listening age is 71 and I listen to a lot of music from the early 70s. I feel like I don't really, but whatever. So in total on Spotify in 2025, I listened to 38,037 minutes. That's 26 days of listening, which totally makes sense. And then my most energetic day, this is a new thing that they did this year, powered by AI. My most energetic day was January 29th, 2025. The day you let pop punk and podcast power every hour. Late night opened with The Story So Far. Then sunrise brought a punk and Britpop relay, Manic Street Preachers, Neck Deep, and a triple spin of Wonderwall by Bring Me the Horizon. I reviewed that here on the channel. Afternoon podcasts gave way to a sunset surge of State Champs, Boston Manor, and Blink-182. 374 minutes, 78 tracks, 52 artists. It sounds like a commercial. Your most energetic day of the year, filed under Mosh Pit Morning, Pop Punk, Adrenaline. So that's cool. I think this is something that they did new for Spotify Wrapped this year, and I guess that was my most energetic day. January the 29th must have been a good day. And this really isn't music related, but I still thought it was cool. My top podcast of the year is my top podcast of most years, and that is the John Campea Show, one of my favorite podcasts about movies and movie news. John Campea is a great expert in movie news and the movie industry. So I'm a big music fan, but I'm also a big movie fan as well. So I love listening to John Campea. And actually, me and my partner Danielle, we had a chance to meet John Campea because he's from my hometown of Hamilton, Ontario. He lives in California, but he's from here in Hamilton, and we got to meet him at his movie meetup at the Cineplex in Ancaster back in October. So that was really cool. So I listened to a lot of John Campea. So shout out to John Campea. Love your podcast. A big influence for me and my YouTube channel. My top podcasts of 2025, John Campea Show. Number 2, 1 Bills Live. Yes, I know this is a music channel, but I'm a big Buffalo Bills fan. I don't love all sports, but I've really become a huge football fan over the last bunch of years. So the Buffalo Bills are my team. I listen to a lot of their stuff. Number 3, the Filmcast. Shout out to the guys on the Filmcast. I really love their movie reviews. Number 4, Locked On Bills, which is of course hosted by Joe Marino. Another great Buffalo Bills podcast if you love football, if you love the Bills. And number 5, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, because I love Conan O'Brien. I've tried to do my best, Conan O'Brien swoosh here in my hair every day. I don't quite get the height, but you know what? I try my best. And this one's kind of weird. So this is the Cosmic Stereo Club with this weird eye looking at us. So my role is collector. You often save music to your library, building a large club collection. So I guess that's true. I like to categorize things and put songs into playlists and be able to listen to them whenever I want to. So I guess I'm a collector, and it's not a bad term at all. And that is my 2025 Spotify Wrapped. It's been a great year. I plan on listening to much more music in 2026 as well, and reviewing and talking about it here on the channel. But hop in the comments below, guys. Let me know which bands, which songs ended up on your Spotify Wrapped. Was it Oasis? Because obviously we talk a lot about Oasis here on the channel. Was it another band? Hop in the comments below and let me know what popped up on your Spotify Wrapped. And listen, guys, a lot of content coming as we get towards the end of 2025. So this weekend, I'm going to be doing my Brit Rock 2025 year in review, talking about some of the big Brit Rock releases of 2025 and some other stuff as well. Then the week after that, okay, I'm going to lay it all out here for you guys. The week after that, we're going to be doing our 2025 Oasis year in review. I did one last year. I'm going to do it again this year, talking about all the big moments for Oasis in 2025, which of course, there were a lot of big moments for Oasis in this past year. And then after that, we're going to be doing my top 15 top rock songs of the year and my top 10 top rock albums of the year. So all that stuff's going to be coming before we hit 2026. And so keep your eyes peeled for all that content coming here on the channel. If you like this video, make sure to toss me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. Make sure to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. And I'll see you guys again this weekend. New video coming this weekend. I'll see you soon for another video here on the channel. Until then, rock on.